Afternoon, everybody, from Tucson, Arizona at the Pima Air and Space Museum. We are now live. We are doing, we're going to be checking out the Philippine Mars once again. Of course, here is our NB52 with the X-15. We're starting from a different area this time, guys. We're running along hangar number 4, it looks like. Yep, and we're walking along the area to get to the Philippine Mars. Last week was 4th of July weekend, guys. Had to take a little bit of a break to take a look at the 4th of July and remember those who have served, those who are serving, and remember all of our veterans out there that have given their life. It includes our Canadian friends and everybody all over the world. So we're walking up to the Philippine Mars at this point. Of course, we got our one spot here. So we're walking in front of this guy here. It's called the Drover, DHA-3 Drover. We're going to check out the Philippine Mars here. There's people already out there at the Philippine Mars. Night up started about a half an hour ago. They will be opening this until about 7:30. So if you're in Tucson, go ahead and come on down and take a look at the Philippine Mars until 7:30 at night. Check it out. Kind of cool. So I'd like to welcome everybody who's joining us in the live stream. I want to thank you for joining. Looks to me like they're doing some work to it as we speak. Let's take a look. We'll get down and dirty here with her in a minute. As we're walking out to the plane, as you can see, the pontoons haven't been put back on yet. That's the most noticeable thing. Looks like they have put the flaps and they put the ailerons on. Looks to me like they are getting almost ready for. Like I said, I don't know exactly when. I kind of have a good idea of what's going on. And of course, we're gonna walk over and check her out. It's good to see everybody here. Yes, you are the only one so far. No big deal. Other people can watch this at their leisure. But here we go. Let's go have some fun. Looks like they've gotten all the flaps, the ailerons that's reattached, everything of that nature. So looks like we're gonna have some fun today, seeing what they've done to her. Looks like they actually put a weight on her, on the nose, so they can hold it down, so it doesn't fishtail all over the place. If you guys look at the nose, you'll see the counterweights that they have. Now I've got something very special on this particular live stream. We're going to look at another former water bomber, and we're going to check it out. Yeah, they do. They need a bigger hangar. That's kind of what we're dealing with here. And check this out, guys. piece of an airplane. How cool is that? How cool is that? Piece of an airplane. This whole area is littered with airplane part pieces, glass, things like that. So anyway, but here we go. Thanks, Mr. Big Mouth. Appreciate it. Just Not Good is here too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it looks to me like they did a lot of work on. If you look up here, guys, you'll see what I'm talking about. The flaps and the airlines are still working on this particular side, but looks to me like more work's been done and things like that. So she's coming along real nice. Let's go on the other side and see what they're doing. Take a look. See what kind of work they're doing here. Looks like they're doing some work for the airline, putting it back together. Of course, you see the flaps are back on, like I said before. I'm going to go around to the other side and take a look here. What they've done, of course, are the Mars bar. Kind of funny, actually. Mars bar. I always, when I was up at Lake Pleasant, I actually got a real big kick out of it when I saw Mars Mobile. See? Yep. Mars Mobile, guys. So, as we're looking at the back of the Philippine Mars, guys, we're looking at the work that's been done. It looks to me like they've gotten the airlines on both sides as well as the flaps. Looks like they got the door partially open. I guess they're going to close and start buttoning it up here. I'm not quite sure. But as you can see, she's almost back together. Now, as before, for those of you that don't know what those are linkages. And the linkages for the flaps and for the airlines, things like that. So that's going to be what they're going to be doing next. They're going to be reconnecting everything and getting things back to where it needs to be. So this is where we're at now, guys, at this point. Now, if you guys haven't been to night ops before, I suggest you guys come over here. There's only one, I think, one left on the 26th of July. That'll be your last opportunity to take a look at her. Once you pay your admission of $15. Today they've got Sophia open. May take us up in there. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. But we're gonna walk around here and take a look. There's the aircraft for the electric airplane program over at NASA. There's the vehicle museum over there. Of course, all the heavies are this way. And of course, here we go with the Philippine Mars. The sun's intense out here today. She's looking really good, guys. I'm pretty sure they're going to keep her in the same state she's in. I don't think they're going to repaint her. If they do, they'd be crazy. It's a bit windy out here. We got a lot of dust blowing around because of the heat. I do have an announcement for everybody, for those watching, and for those that watch this in the future. We will be releasing the Philippine Mars video. We're actually starting to do to actually work on it as we speak. I've been putting together all of my videos and videos that have been sent to me by you guys, by the folks who actually were participating in this. So I want everybody to understand that it's going to be an experience. It's going to be a heavy experience. So you guys can actually see not only the journey, but being inside the aircraft. I've got footage from inside the aircraft that I took, things like that. And it's going to be awesome, guys. It's going to be really cool. And we're going to be releasing that. Don't have a time frame at this point. We're just mocking it up now. And we're going to take a look at what we're going to use and what we're not going to use. So now, those of you who have a video of the Philippine Mars, not the Hawaii Mars, but the Philippine Mars, you can send me yeah, I've been busy, just not good. I've been very busy. If those of you that have videos of the Philippine Mars landing and taking off, that would be appreciative. We're trying to build a record of this airplane, and from what Pima's got going on with her. So yeah, just not good. I actually chased this the aircraft down from cells to here, as you already know, and we're kind of documenting this aircraft. So this aircraft is going to be really interesting when it gets back on display. So as you can see the progress on her, like I said, there's the counterweights for when it's windy. They don't want it to float around and so on and so forth. They've got counterweights there so the aircraft doesn't move. It doesn't windmill, as they call it, you know. So as you can see the line coming down to this this block here. We'll get a closer look at it and see. So they got it really chained down really well so she doesn't get damaged by the wind. So as I said before, guys, got a little surprise for you all later. Here in about half an hour or so, we're going to go see another fire bomber, and just not good. I think you know which one I'm talking about. Just don't. It's a surprise for everybody. But we're going to go see a former fire bomber that was used after World War II. We've already seen the Mariner, and we've already seen a couple of other fire bombers. So we got fire bombers over in this direction here, guys. That's where the fire bombers are. They got C-54s. They've got these two trackers over there. You know, things like that. They got all, that's where the firebombing area is. So we're gonna get a kind of a wide angle shot of her before we start walking back to, so I can show you the surprise. Of course, this is the area for Pima where they put together restorations and things like that. So I'm going to try to get it back. I'm going to turn around here in a minute. Got the caribou out there. There she is. Interesting the way they're doing this. No, just not good. Don't be giving hints out. Don't be giving hints out, young man. When we start walking over there, you guys will probably see what I'm talking about. But that's our current state, guys. I mean, there's nothing more I can give to you guys as far as Philippine Mars wise. I mean, they have done work to her. They're putting the flaps and they already put the ailerons and flaps on. They buttoned up the engines. Looks to me like they're going to they're getting her prepared. I mean, I don't think that the actual reassembly is going to take as long as the disassembly did, because you know, look at where the state she's in now. They're going to put the pylons or the pontoons back up on the wing. They haven't quite done it yet, which is understandable because they've got to get everything else put back together and buttoned up too. Running a little bit of an allergy session here. Sorry. Yeah, I know I shouldn't say sorry, but you know, hey. But there you have it, guys. We're gonna. Yeah, that and the Dorner 26, the DO 26. Yeah, that one's a good one too. Very good one. Yeah, she looks the same as 2 weeks ago, pretty much, guys. I mean, Pima and everybody else is taking really good care of her, guys. For those of you concerned about what they're doing to her, and she's going to be in good hands here, guys. Very good hands. There's nothing that's going to. I've seen Pima work miracles, just like the NB52 that's over there. They did a really nice job. It took them almost 11 or 12 years for the restoration of that aircraft, but honestly, they did a heck of a job. They did a heck of a job. The one up in for those of you that don't know, the NB52, the B-52 that they have up there at Edwards Air Force Base at the North Gate, is basically in really sad shape. It's got holes pecked into it by woodpeckers. It's got literally, it looks terrible, and it's just sitting there. Yeah, seaplanes have been a thing of mine too. Over there, that albatross over there has got two ski-doos underneath it on the pontoons. They double as pontoons. That guy right over there. Pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna walk now, guys. I mean, the Philippine Mars is in the state right now where she's at. I told you I'd give an update on what's going on with the Philippine Mars, and this is pretty much it. They've added the counterweights. They've added the cowlings from last time, and they also put the flaps and the ailerons back on both sides. They're actually working on the other side right now, so they're actually working as we speak. That's kind of neat. Of course, we have the other entity here. Kind of interesting. All right, so we're gonna start walking back here. I mean, um, the aircraft that we're going to be going to see was very famous, and we're going to actually go walk over to the firebombing area because I know that there's a lot of folks in the Mars group. I'm going to mention our Mars group, Mr. Rob Frolick. Mars group has been really they've been really good about documenting these two aircraft and the aircraft that has done life saving and property saving, pretty much. Gee, I wonder what's down that road. Huh. Let's go walk. No, just kidding. So we're gonna go to another firebombing aircraft here in a minute. But a lot of you who have not been to Pima and who have never seen this museum, we're going to show you the firebombing area. I'm going to take a walk over there. We're going to go right behind Sophia. Sophia's open, like I said. If you want to see what Sophia looks like inside, you can actually go to the video that we made about Sophia. The interior of Sophia is pretty much documented. Mr. Nick Veronico was the communications officer for Sophia. He was gracious enough to give us an interview and explain pretty much everything about Sophia. So go check that out. So we're going to be walking. We were at the Orbis the last time, guys. We were inside the Orbis. Of course, there's a YC-14 right behind Sophia. We're not going to actually go into Sophia because there's a waiting period for Sophia, and I really don't want to give you guys boredom, as they say. So what we're going to do is going to go underneath Orbis. I'm going to give you a bird's eye view of all of the firebombing tankers. And you probably can see them underneath Orbis now, but we got a Pizza Neptune, we got a provider, we've got a boxcar, we've got all kinds of good stuff over here. If there's anything you want to see while I walk, let me know, guys. I mean, this is not really a tour of Pima, but this is all about the Philippine Mars. But I think it's safe to say, we could show you guys other fire bombers and water bombers, things like that, here at the museum. I'm gonna walk over to the shade here. And a lot of these aircraft, of course, are painted orange like the Hawaii Mars is. Philippine Mars repainted into its original colors, but most firebombing aircraft are painted orange and white, usually orange and white, as you see there. Of course, there's the General Electric test bed, the very first 777. We all lovingly call this Heavy Alley because there's a lot of heavy jets out here in the back. Give you a little pan of everything. This right here, where we're actually walking, is called Heavy Alley. So, all right. So we've got One-wheel skateboards is just not good. Yeah, okay. I've got a gimbal, but it's not working properly. I'm gonna have to get another gimbal because you know you see all the stuff that's happening. I'm walking on the ground. My gimbal decided to quit on me. I have to go get another one. But anyway, right over here is all the fire bombers, other than the Philippine Mars and a couple of others that are hiding like transformers. I need to get myself a golf cart is what I need to do. But they won't allow that in here. So this is all where they put all the fire bombers at, guys. And right behind here, it's kind of a, you know, to me, doing this and putting them back here, get rid of them on the limelight. You know, it's not right for them to be sitting back here, but that's okay. I know. But there's where all the firebombing aircraft are. The majority of them, anyway, I should say. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk inside here, and we're going to get cool if we can. I believe the TBM Avenger. There's another seaplane right there for you. Oh yeah, lots of Canadian. This is actually Canadian, guys. This is actually Canadian. I love what Pima did with this. What a diorama. Don't worry, we're gonna Mr. Big Mouth. Yes, PBY. We're gonna be walking over toward the MiGs. Don't worry about it. We have to go over that direction anyway. This is the Consolidated Model 28 5AMC console. This is the Canadian version of the PBY. Right here. Of course, we got the Avenger over there, and we got, this is actually from brand new. This tank is brand new. I don't know why what it's doing in here. It should be over at the Vehicle Museum. They've got their own museum now. Of course, we got the B-25 in the cockpit, all that happy stuff. We have one of the only Oscars in existence. Not flyable, of course. Through here. I know I've got transmission issues here, but that's okay. T-40 Warhawk. I bet you if somebody gets upset, you get upset at somebody, you can tow this behind your car and actually say, hey, FAFO. Yeah, okay. We got our privateer. Kind of neat. We're actually walking toward where we're supposed to be going here, guys. So that's what's going to happen. Is we're going to work our way up to the other firebombing plane. And yes, Jack, there's a lot of eye candy here. A lot of eye candy. This museum is huge. You need at least 2 days at this museum to see everything. I mean, literally see everything. So we're walking across the bridge. There's two bridges. There's one new bridge over on the other side over there, over on that side right there. And then there's this one. This one goes into hangar 3. Where this is hangar 3. Hangar 4 is right there, and hangar 5 is where we just came out of. So and if you're here at the museum, you know exactly where I'm going to be at, so you can track me. Come up and say hi to me if you want, if you feel like it. Don't worry, I don't bite. All right. The reason I'm going through the hangars is because there's some good stuff in every hangar. And I want to be able to show everybody. Look how many people are here. There's our old B-25. IL-2 Sturmovik was actually found in a lake that was restored by Pima. Mr. Big Mouth, I know you are. You told me you were going to. V1 Buzz Bomb, guys. Restored by Mr. Bob. He knows who he is. Unfortunately, he did. Interesting thing about that is the proper history of that V1 Buzz Bomb, okay, has not been recorded properly by this museum. And let's safe to say that his company in Canada was the one that completely restored the V1 Buzz Bomb and gave it to the Canadian museum that asked him to do it. So, wow, that sounds intense, guys. Oh boy. The Buzz Bomb is not flyable, no. It was found in Pas-de-Calais. Of course, this is all the stuff that there's a lot of new stuff. We have the most complete Harrier collection ever made, ever at a museum. We have every single version of the Harrier jets. Every single version of the Harrier. Can't believe it. We'll go check. We'll check that out in a second. We're actually walking to it. It's quite interesting that Philippine Mars was actually built before this airplane. Well, after this airplane that I'm about to show you. And there's all the Harriers, guys. We've got another Harrier, brand new spanking Harrier, right by that light pole over there. The portable. This just starts the row of Harriers, okay? The other Harriers next to the Blue Angels aircraft. Of course, we see the Century Series fighters. We got the Voodoo. All right. We're actually going to go into air conditioning. We got all the presidential planes over there. Oddly enough, this aircraft that we're going to see, I'm pretty sure y'all know what it is, because I'm pointing directly at the building for it. Well, no, actually, they are still flying. They're just not good. They're just being divested, and they're training the F-35 pilots, and they're training the MB-22 pilots, believe it or not. Usually at Cherry Point. So now you guys know where we're at. So We're gonna check it out. It's in the back. Got to talk to the boss man. I know the boss man. This aircraft used to be a fire bomber. Little treat for y'all. 17 that I've seen. This aircraft was actually, the entire building was built around the B-17, and oddly enough, this B-17 is still owned by the Air Force. It's not privately owned. It's basically owned by the Air Force, and so nobody's allowed inside or anything like that. That's a stipulation that they have. I'm gonna let you guys see inside the aircraft. There it is. That's the bomb bay area, the ball turret, all that good stuff. We're gonna take a look around here. Now, believe it or not, like I said, this used to be a fire bomber. Now I'm gonna duck my head here because there's actually a bomber in World War II. The original I'll Be Around was shot down. The 390th is the one is this bomb squadron. Well, just not good. What it is that this aircraft was converted into a water bomber after the war, and to fight fires and stuff like that. This aircraft actually came directly from that endeavor. I believe this was in World War II, but I don't think so. If I remember, if memory serves me. Here's your tail turret. Now, Nick Veronico used to have a sitting right about here. He used to have a mock-up. He used to have a mock-up that he restored himself, and oh, actually, I believe it affects the um, um, affects the extra connection. So a lot of buffering acts because it was what it is. Big Mr. Big Mouth. It is what it is. When you're in a big building with rebar, I mean, that's what happens. It buffers and buffers and buffers, and that's something that can't be helped. So, but this is what they call the airfield. I mean, this thing is massive. Now there, you get a better perspective of the Harriers. The Harrier that just came into Pima is right next to the F-18 Hornet. It's right, I'll zoom in there. It's right there. So we're looking at the back end of the Harrier fleet that Pima has. So a lot of helicopters, a lot of aerospace stuff here to deal with and to have some fun. Somebody asked about the MiGs. We're going to walk over there in a moment. We're going to walk over MiG Alley is what I call it. But we're going to just stand here and take a break for a minute. We got the Enforcer over there. It looks like it looks similar to a P-50. It looks like a modified P-51 on crack. Pima got that about a couple years ago. Now, normally you don't get this opportunity to be here in the afternoon at night like this. It's only during the summertime. All right, so we're gonna walk over to all of the MiGs. Somebody asked me for a request about that, so we're gonna oblige you guys. Of course, you see, there's an Israeli plane here. Got a Sky Warrior. All kinds of good stuff here. We got a Mystere. Training aircraft. My goodness. And a lot of these aircraft were at the boneyard, and they were brought over here. They saved. See, that's the benefits of Pima Air Museum being Pima Air and Space Museum being such close proximity to Davis Monthan Air Force Base. It's because they literally will save an aircraft. Like I know of a few aircraft that they're trying to save because there's going to be no more. I mean, that's with all types of aircraft. I mean, it's fun. I figured I'd give you guys a little perspective on how and what Pima is. But we're going to start our little tour of MiG Alley. But first, I'm going to show you something. Look at all the bombers. We have bombers galore. We got the B-36, B-52. We got two of them. We got three of them, actually. B-47, Canberra, B-58 Hustler, A-3 Sky Warrior. Sky Warrior, we got all sorts of helicopters. All right. So, let's go check out the MiGs. There's one MiG that's actually in paint right now. It's the MiG-17. It's being repainted. They're not done with it yet. But we've got a MiG-15 UTI. Can't say the actual NATO designation for it on camera here, so people may take it the wrong way. Here's your first MiG. We got a this is actually from it's a J6 MiG, basically a MiG-19. MiG-19. They've taken a couple of the MiGs out of here, unfortunately. It's called the Farmer. NATO's designation for it. This actually just came in. This isn't a MiG. This is a Tucano. Shorts Tucano. It's a trainer aircraft that just came in about maybe 4 or 5 months ago. Just sitting here. MiG-21. Still in Russian colors. This is a MiG-21 PF is what I believe it is. Yep, it is. Fishbed D. Boy, imagine getting stuck by this. You guys look and see. Imagine getting stuck by that. Wow, that would hurt. And of course, MiG-29. This is in Russian colors. It's got some of the original Russian markings on it. Very sad shape right now. On loan from the Air Force Museum. See, this is one thing I hate about what people do. They like to write their name in the soot of the aircraft. That's ridiculous. That really upsets me. That's one thing I'm going to be really protective of the Mars about. So, if I catch anybody messing with the Mars, I have contacts at the museum that will be reported. So if I see you out here doing it, then prepare yourself, because that's not right. You guys, they've had a lot of people try to vandalize these aircraft out here. And there's people out there that want to take pieces of the aircraft back to wherever they're from, or locally or whatever. That's why I showed you guys the piece of the aircraft that was over by the Philippine Mars, and I just put it down. You don't take stuff out of here. You don't take stuff out of museums like that. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I believe so. I just don't know. I don't remember which one. Of course, we have all of our helicopters over here, guys. This is about the extent of our MiGs right now, guys. They took a couple of them out of here. One I think they took back to another museum, and the other one that we have, the MiG-15 that we have, is being repainted over at the restoration hangar. I'm not quite sure when that will be out on display again, but as you can see, we have a lot of modern, we have a lot of vintage aircraft, we have a lot of interesting stuff here at the Air Museum. So when Philippine Mars goes on display, they do take care of these aircraft. They don't mess around. They do take good care of them. A lot of people say, oh, it's just going to rot in the desert. No, it's not going to rot in the desert. In fact, the desert is the best place for an aircraft to actually sit, because up at Pinal Air Park, they have a lot of commercial aircraft that are being brought back into service. Okay, and Arizona and the dry weather actually preserves metal, believe it or not. So there is no rust in the desert. That's exactly right. We don't have salt air like East and West Coast, and we don't have a lot of tropical. Well, we have tropical weather here, but we don't have a lot of moisture. And on top of that, we have protection. Like if you look at this aircraft here, it's got something painted over the windows, so it doesn't mess with the interior. Okay, it keeps it cool. Yeah, one MiG-15, one MiG-17 is not here. MiG-15 is in restoration. All right, so we're gonna walk back, guys. You get a general feel of where the Philippine Mars is going to be at. Okay, the little surprise I gave you with the B-17 was something that's really cool, really neat. And every aircraft in here has a history. Every aircraft in this museum has a history, no matter what. And the Philippine Mars is going to add to that history. This is probably one of the best and largest museums, other than the Smithsonian and the Air Force Museum. And this is the largest air museum on the West Coast. This place has got over 400 aircraft sitting here, and aviation-related items. So you'll be able to take a look at it and see, Oh, they got the duck out. Looks like they're gonna get people rides. There's a Piper Enforcer I was telling you guys about. There's a new Harrier. It's an AV-8B. It's amazing how they got this here and so on. I would have loved to have seen a Harrier from the Black Sheep Squadron here. That would have been nice. And this has been actually used in combat, from what I understand. Cool. Cool, just not good. This was actually flown in to Davis Mountain Air Force Base. This, there's several other aircraft that are from this exact same unit that was giving out museum pieces. I know that the Calf Air Base, Arizona's got the same unit birds that this Harrier comes from. So, but anyway, quite the show. I mean, we could go inside. Let's go inside the aerospace gallery, guys. Let's check it out. They do have another X-15, but it's a mock-up given to Pima Air Museum by North American Aviation. The one that was put underneath the MB-52 was specially built to the exact specs. So we're going to walk into the aerospace gallery here. Gonna check it out, guys. We're gonna have some fun. Want to give you guys an idea of what's going on with the Pima Air Museum. A lot of people said, "Oh, it's just gonna rot outside." No, it's not gonna rot outside. So we're gonna walk inside. All right. That's an actual mock-up. All right. This capsule was used for ABC News, things like that, from there to the moon. And from what I've been told, parts of Apollo 13 was filmed inside this. I'll let you guys take a gander up here. There we go. All right. So, all right. We're going to show you the remote control helicopter, guys. This is a Black Hawk converted into a autonomous helicopter. It can still be flown normally, but Sikorsky was dabbling in autonomous systems as well, and looks like they were successful. This came from a real aircraft, from a real NASA T-38. Of course, some of you can see that they took the stick out, which is no. Okay. This is the training area. Kind of cool. One thing I do want to show you guys is that Sophia stuff plane. This is the spring system that they actually had the telescope on. This is the lateral mirror, primary lateral mirror support sample, basically is what they've got. And the cryogenic cooling for the optics. I know about this because there is something called a DEWAR, D-E-W-A-R, that I used to work on. I used to work on the DEWARs, telescopes and things like that here in Tucson. And this is one thing where some of these doors actually attach to something like this. And that's part of the mirror. I wouldn't mind having that in my living room. Most definitely. But if you guys take a look at it, you'll see what if you go inside Sophia, you have to experience it, because right in the back is the telescope, right where you see that opening right there. And all the cryogenics is in the front, all the computers, but there it is. Now, I've always wanted to own one of these and trying to find one. All these patches and things like that, I have a complete collection of them. Sophia stuff. This one is their official patch. I have that one. Well, I have patches, not stickers. The Southern Deployment, I have all of that. Charlie Kaminsky, if you're out there, there's your uniform. Now, a good dear friend of mine actually sent me this. It's the card for Sophia, the actual boarding card and the passenger card. I have that at home, right there. There's a signed piece of the aircraft. It's their flight helmet. But it's pretty cool. I'll do a video on the flight card probably later. But this is their aerospace gallery. This is their space gallery. Kind of neat. If you're a space nerd like me, you'll enjoy this. Something really cool about Tucson is Tucson was home to 18 Titan missile silos. Okay, and the Titan missile silos were down in southern Arizona, south of Tucson West, all that good stuff. This is some of the stuff from some of the memorabilia from a lot of those Titan missileers. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. Desktop models for the ICBMs. For the Titan II. I actually have a large model of this airframe sitting at my house. Kind of neat. Someone sent it to me from the Titan Missile fans of the Titan Missile Museum group. I want to thank them for that. And guys, just be very just not good. Of the actual Titan silos, I believe it's a Titan silo. It's an Atlas launch facility. Excuse me. That's not the way the Titan looks. It's not the actual layout of it, but amazing. So we're gonna walk outside, guys. We're gonna. There's the heavy lift helicopter, the autonomous. Kind of neat. Space shuttle tire. All kinds of space. You guys have to come over here to experience this. It's crazy. Don't forget the Enterprise. You got to see the Enterprise right there. Amazing. A mock-up of a capsule. Mercury capsule. It's a cockpit procedures trainer. Cool. All right. We saw that now. And like I said, guys, the Philippine Mars will be in good hands. They try to they preserve. They don't try. They preserve all these artifacts for everyone else to see. So you'll understand. You got to understand, and you got to be come here to appreciate the actual museum for itself. I mean, they put a lot of work in here. They do a hell of a lot of work here, and they got a lot of good work. So, with that being said, we're gonna close another live stream, guys. I want to thank everybody that joined us. Thank everybody for sticking around, having some fun, and please like and subscribe, and please help us by with the thumbs up or thumbs down if you like the video or the live stream here. If you feel compelled and you want to, there's a donation link that's on top of our channel under the other links area. Just go ahead, and if you want to pop us over a few bucks or something like that to help us out, that would greatly appreciate and it would help the channel. So you guys have a great one. We will see you next time. Thanks for joining.